Hello, hello. Today I've got another puzzle by Nurator um, called Invisible Friends. This is the first puzzle I'm doing as part of the um, recommendations I'm getting from the email I set up, puzzlepusherrex, R-E-C-S, at gmail.com. If you have puzzles you'd like me to do, please send them in there. I'd love to get some more suggestions here. Last Tuesday, this past Tuesday, I posted a video where I had, puzzle setters, Marty Sears and pedaling pianist on here. And if you are a puzzle setter and would like to do something like that, I'm definitely open to it. Also, send me an email, that same email, puzzlepusherrex at gmail.com. Or if you can find me on the Cracking the Cryptic Discord, you can try to contact me there too. Anyway, let's get on to the puzzle. So this puzzle has quite a long rule set. I tried to condense it as best I could. I made a couple inferences, I guess is the best way to put it, when make or at least one inference um, when putting the rule set together there. But hopefully it should work, and hopefully there's enough there for you to follow along. In any case, I'll post the rules in the video description, and of course, the link to the puzzle will have the full rule set. So this is a snake puzzle. I've got to draw a path, and the path cannot move diagonally. It can only move orthogonally. And the path has to visit every single box. And the way the rules are written here is it can never enter or exit the same box twice. And in the rules I posted to you, I think it says it visits each box exactly once. And those are not quite the same, but when I talk about the next rule, I'll tell you why I changed that because I think it's okay. So, so the next part of that rule is that the total number of cells that the path visits in each box starts at one cell. So the first box it starts at, it it sees it's in one cell, and then it immediately leaves the box. And then after that, in the second box, it will visit two cells and then leave the box. And in the third place it visits, it will visit three cells and then it will leave the box, etc., etc. It will keep going up by one each time it changes boxes. So the reason I think exiting and ending, and I did have to think about this for a second before I changed the rules for space, is that the only way that those would not be the same thing is if the snake went back into its own into the box it started in at the end. Like if the end of the snake was the was in the same box as the start of the snake after visiting all the other boxes. I think that's the only way that could happen. And if that happens when it gets there, it'd be the 10th time it was in a box, and so it'd have to visit 10 cells in that box, which wouldn't be possible. So I think my phrasing of the rules is logically equivalent, although it does take one extra inference there to what they suggested. Um, anyway, so the some more snake rules is digits along the path have to differ by three, and the final cell of the path is in the same relative box position as the starting point. So, if it started here, maybe it could end here, right? That would be an okay snake because they're in the same position. The starting and ending points are in the same position within the box. And then there are friendly cells. So there are two things about friendly cells that are important about this puzzle. The first is that all friendly cells are on the path, and the second is that there are 27 friendly cells. And also the path does not go through cages. So what's a friendly cell? A friendly cell is a digit that uh, is either its row number, its column number, or its box number. So that's what a friendly digit is. And so all such digits will be on the path, and there will be 27. So I guess I'll start time now. And quick apologies that I'm starting to come down with something, so hopefully my throat doesn't give out in the middle of this, and hopefully it's not affecting my mind too much. So so the fact that there are 27 friendly cells, that's a very conspicuous number because that's the most. One thing I know about friendly cells is that 27 is the most you could possibly have in a Sudoku, in a normal Sudoku puzzle. So why is that? Well, so the thing about the friendly cells, every single row, column, and box is going to have a friendly cell in it, right? So somewhere in row one, there is a one, and that one will be friendly, right? Same thing in row two, three, right? Column one, column two, column three. Same thing in box one, box two, box three, right? All of those, all of those regions will have a friendly cell in it. And there's kind of at most 27 ways you can split that up. There'll be one in each row, one in each column, and one in each box. Now we'll get to 27. The way you get less than 27 is if a single cell does two at a time or three at a time. I mean, three at a time is hard, but you could have a one here, for example. Right? So a one here would be in its row, its column, and its box, right? And so that would be one cell taking up three of the possible friendly spaces. And so for all 27 possible friendly cells to exist, you can't have any overlap like that. So that is what I know about friendly cells. How's that going to help us in this puzzle? Well, the first thing I'm going to start doing is like in one. I know in box one, oh, the one in box one is going to be here. Why is it going to be here? Well, it can't be here because the snake can't go in the cage, and the friendly cells have to be on the snake. So the friendly cells also can't be in the cage. Um, so that's why it can't be here. Why can't it be here? Well, if there were a friendly one here, that would be either in row one or column one, which would double up the ones. So there's going to be a one here. I mean, I can't say much about two. I can't really even say much about three. Nine, I bet I can. Yeah, nine is good. Um, six, four. Well, five's in corners, which is nice. Maybe. Oh, we'll see. Um, yeah, I don't know anything about seven or eight really. Not enough to mark, I don't think. So was that helpful? I don't know, but it's a start of something. But let's think. I guess let's think about the path. I don't know what else to do with friendly cells. That's all I have for friendly cells. So let's think about the path. So the thing that jumped out at me with this path rule is that the last cell the last box the snake visits has to visit all 9 cells in the box. So it can't end in a box with a cage in it. It just can't. And because it visits every box, I'm gonna think through if this is true before I say it out loud. Yeah, because it visits every box exactly once, and that's important. So the fact that this visits each box exactly once means I'm going to think about this snake in kind of two ways. There's the micro way, right, where I think about the individual movements the snake might make, right, throughout the grid. It can't go diagonally, and it can't go back in the same box, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to think about this macro, where I think about like, suppose I just think about from box to box, where is the snake going? And another way to visualize that is to just take like a 3 by 3 section, right? And think like, imagine that these 9 cells were actually the 9 boxes of the Sudoku, and the snake, the snake might do something like this through each box. Now, because the snake visits each box exactly once, I can think about this kind of macro snake as well as the micro snake, right? The individual um, places it can go, but also the kind of big picture um, box to box movement. And in the box to box movement, I'm actually fairly restricted in where I can start and stop. And by that, I mean uh, I can only start and stop. I'm going to do a little shading. I can only start and stop in odd numbered boxes. So if I think about, again, this kind of macro board, where each of the 3 by 3 boxes you can think of as one. Let's do that color for now. I'm going to delete it in a second, I think. So if I think about coloring this like a checker or a chessboard, then the snake has to start in one of these boxes. And it can't start in the white boxes here. Because if it does, well, from here it's going to go into a different box. It can't move diagonally. So it's got to move from a white box to a gray box. And then from a gray box, it has to move back to a white box, back to a gray box, right, etc. And so I'm going to go white, gray, white, gray, white, gray, white, gray. And if I start at white, I'm going to get to, after an even number of times, I'm going to get to gray. And then I have to do one more thing, and that one has to be gray, right? That one has to be gray. So another way to think about that is I have to end in a gray box, right? I've got to go gray, white, gray, white, gray, not white, gray, white, gray, white. Because if I go white, gray, white, gray, white, I'll end up with one more white than gray, which isn't the way the boxes are aligned. So I have to start and end in either corner or center boxes, right? I could start in a center like that, something like that. Which means the places that this box can reasonably end, there's actually only two of them. Oh, sorry, where the snake could end. It could only end in boxes 5 or 7. Uh, I'm gonna, I guess I'll highlight that. It's kind of orange color for, oh, that's too bright. Let me take the green. That's okay. Um, I'm gonna end in one of those boxes. So where can I start and end up in one of those boxes? I guess I was thinking I couldn't start here, but I could start here if I end in the middle. But I can't go from here and end here. There's just no way to do it. Is that helpful? I'm not sure if that's helpful actually. I mean, it's somewhat helpful, but um, okay. Let's think about. Let's just try drawing a path. Actually, the start of this path might be kind of hard too. I'm just gonna try. I mean, knowing that this is not the correct path, I'm just gonna try drawing a path. I'm gonna ignore the cages because I want to think about this um, kind of as symmetrically as possible. So I don't want to use any cages when I'm thinking about this. So like let's say I started here. Well, I have to leave the box because there's only one place I can go. So I've got to go over. And again, I could go over or down. It doesn't matter. Um, I'm going to, it'll be symmetric whether I go over or down. I just have to kind of mirror it. Because I'm ignoring the cages. So now from here, well, actually, now I know, once I do that, I immediately know the macro box. I know I have to end in box 3. Um, well, so sorry, there's one more thing I need to do. So from here, I can only be here 2 cells. So I can't go up because if I go up, then I'm stuck. So I have to go right and down. So I did that in my head already. So I knew what was coming. But now that I have this, now it's easier to see why the macro box is done. Because from once I do this, I can't go in and out of this box. So I have to end there. And in fact, if I end there, right, then I'm going to do something like this. It just has to be something like this, right? That's the box order that the path has to go in. So from here, I have to go left. To get left in 3, I've got to go to this box. I know I don't go straight there. I either go left and down or down and left. I'm getting there as quickly as I can. And then I go over into box 4. And then I have 4 boxes to play with. I could do something like this. And out. Or I could do something like this and out. Oops. Or I could go down and over and out. And now my path starts getting pretty wildly divergent. But, okay, so what I know is if I start in box 1, I have to go through the middle, third. And so If I start in any corner, that's going to be true. Wait, well, if I start in the very corner, I have to check those to make sure that's true. But I think that's going to be true there too. And so if I start in a corner like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an edge box. I'm going to go to the middle, and then I'm going to loop around. And so I'm going to end up in a box that's kind of an adjacent corner to where I started. What if I do this? If I start here, I have to go over, I have to get out in 2, so that's got to do this. I have 3, but the same macro box logic is going to apply. I've got to end in box 3, so it's got to do something like this. And so I've got to go into box 4 now. I need to spend 3. I can't go to the right because if I go to the right, there's no way to get out in one more cell. So I've got to go down. If I go right, same problem. So I've got to go down again. And then I've got to go out to the left. And now the only way to do 4 actually is like that and out. And then I've got to end up here. But there are lots of ways to do it. Well, maybe just 2. Uh, well, actually, this way doesn't work for kind of a weird reason, which is that I need to get the friendly 1. And this will work no matter how I do it, whether it's 1 or 9. And so I'm okay thinking about this, even though it seems like it's specific to this particular orientation. But I'm going to have the same kind of edge problem, no matter how it's oriented. Like I have to pick up the friendly cell in column 1, the friendly 1 in column 1. So this can't go down. So it'd have to be like this actually. But this all seems fine. And I mean, regardless, I mean, I know as much about this as this, but what that's telling me is whether I start at an edge or the corner of a corner box, I still have the same macro pattern, which is I go into the box next to it, I go to the center, and then I loop around and end up in the adjacent corner to where I started, in the direction that I went. Which means I can't start in box 3. So it does mean I can't start in box 3. I was wrong about why before, but I was right that you can't start in box 3. And if you start in box 9, you've got to go left from either of those spots. And if you start in box 1, oh, you have to go down from either of those spots, which is not going to work either way. Because, I mean, if I obviously can't go down from here. And if I go down from here, I've got to get out in 2, and the cage is blocking me. So actually, I can't start in 1 either. And I can't start in 7 because then I'd end up in one of those. So I'm either starting here or in box 5. So let's think about what happens if I start in box 5. And let's start up here again just to keep it. If I start in box 5, and I don't care if I go left or up. I'm going to ignore the fact that there's a cage, so it's all symmetric. Say I go over. I need to spend 2. The path has to visit 2 cells here and out. So the only way to do that is like this. I've got to do 3 and out. So I get to here in one of those 2 ways and then out. And then from a macro pattern, I've got to do the same thing where I do something like this to get to the corner the corner that's cut off from the rest of the path. So here I visit 4. So I've got to end up, I guess, like this, or like this, or like this, or anyway. But I end up in one of these. Oops. Okay, but I understand the macro line. So is there a pithy way I can think about that? Like I want to try to exclude some of these corners if I can as possible starting points. Like I don't think I can start here because I certainly can't go left from here. If I go up from here, the problem is I'm going to have to go left and then I'm not going to end in the right spot. So I cannot start there. If I start here, I'm either going to end up. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no. So whichever way, I actually didn't appreciate that before. Whichever way I start, like ignore the fact there's a cage here. Whichever way I start, I'm gonna go kind of diagonally across this corner for the third box I visit, which tells me that, over here is gonna be, no matter which way I go, that defines where the third box and therefore the last box is. So even without thinking about this cage, well, no, I had to think about, oh, does that mean I can't do any of these? Hold on. Um, I mean, this would have to end here. Does that mean none of the others can? Hold on. I mean, certainly not this one, because this one, whichever way it goes, is going to go here third. So it can't go here. This one, if it goes up, is going to go to the right. Oh, that's interesting. No, I'm wrong. I mean, I'm right about what I said, but I'm wrong about what I said about how whichever way it goes, that defines which is last, because that's not true. If I go up and left, then box three is last. If I go left and up, then box seven is last. So that's not correct. Okay. Which is bad because I was hoping that we could exclude all of these, but I can't. But it's not here because if I go up and right, my last box is one, which can't be the last box because there's a cage in it. If I go right and up, the last box is nine, same problem. So if I start in box five, I start here. If I start in box five, I start here. And if I start in box nine, I start here, which makes me think. And box five is either the first or third place I'm going to visit. If it's first, I start here. That's got to be the friendly five, and I leave. If I start down here, I don't think I can reach any of these fives, right? Like how can I possibly get to those fives? If I start here, let's color code these. If I start here, I've got to go over, I've got to go into here. Oh, I could do that. Shoot, that's not right. I mean, what I just did is right. So I was wrong when I couldn't reach a five. Um, well, but no. I mean, this doesn't work. Wait, does that mean this doesn't work? Hold on. How then, if this, I think I'm right that if I start blue, that is the path. But I don't think this works. Because now what do I do? To get out, I've got to end here. Because I have to go up. I have to go up in boxes. And by the even odd nature of the so a thing to note is if I'm going to visit an even number of boxes, which is the case here because I'm in the fourth box I'm visiting, I'm going to end in a different checkerboard spot color than I started, right? Because I'm always changing color board. I'm always changing the color of the checkerboard spot I'm on. So wherever I end is going to be different. The only one that's different from here is here. But now, however I get, I mean, there's only one way to get there too. It's actually this. So if I start here, that is the path. And then how do I do five in here? I can't. I can't do five in here. If I go left and around, I end up in the wrong. I mean, whichever way I go, I've got to go around this cage, and there's no. I end up here either way, and then can't get out. So the blue path doesn't work. So let's color code this one blue then. What happens if I do this? I go left and up. I've got to get out in three. So I go to here. Either I don't want to like do too many colors. So and I want to see. I don't want to draw through here. Like that's just that. That is like the most um I guess all-encompassing way. I'm gonna draw that like this to say I'm getting here some way, either this way or this way. And then I go over, and then I think I've got to get to here, right? Because I've either got to get to here or here by the even odd rule. Um, and if I get here, the only way to do that is like this. And I'm going to run into the same problem of 5, where I'm going to end up going around this cube to the other corner and around this cage. So that doesn't work. So I'm going to go to here somehow. Right. I mean, there's lots of ways I could do it. And then out and around some way. So that's if I start in blue. What if I start in here? I've got to go to end up in box 7. I've got to go down first. I've got to go to a second spot. I do 3 here. I've got to avoid the cage and up. Oh, and now actually by the same logic, I end up converging at the same spot. So actually, once I get here, this path is pretty well defined. And then I end up one of these spots. I don't know which. And then I go in here and fill up the whole box. So that's actually kind of interesting that the possible start places converge fairly quickly. But I don't know. I don't know how that works. I mean, I don't know how to figure out which one it is. Ooh, but now going back to the original thing, I thought this is the 5. This is definitely, and I'm gonna get rid of this coloring. I don't think I need it anymore. And I'm gonna color the friendly digits we come across. Good. Oh, don't love it. Um, well, maybe just make those green. I'm gonna color the friendly digits we come across to remind myself of where they are. So I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of counting of them, and that means the blue path will have to pick that up if it goes this way. So it would go like that. So first digit. We have a digit and only 20 minutes into the puzzle. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna try to pick up this pace here. Um, no, I had a thought, but it was wrong, which is I thought the black path had to be correct because there was no other way to get it from the 8 in the column, in the row rather. But I just totally ignored the fact that this is all going to be filled path, and so the 8 could go here. Um, but the friendly 8 in the box will go here. But I mean that can go on either path, but that's something. And in fact, it'll be in a different spot depending on which way. Because if it's the blue path, we start with a 9. They just have to differ by 3, so that's not an 8. So we get 9 something 8. And if we go this way, the only place the black path can pick up the 8 is here. So the 8's here. So if I can figure out where the 8 goes, that will tell me which path I want. Which makes me think I should just kind of keep going, but I mean, I don't really know what else to do up here. I guess that's not a 1 anymore, because the 1 has to be on the path. Can I say more about what this path has to do? It either goes around like this or around like this. And so that leaves those in either way. But I don't know how that connects up. Um, I don't know. Ah, 7. Where does the row 7 from the digit get picked up? It's not here. Because if the row 7 friendly digit gets picked up here, it would have to be right next to the 8. It would have to be 7, 8 on the blue path, which would be next to each other. That doesn't work. So the 7's got to be in here. And that means I have to start in the 5 because I need the 7 and the 9 to both be picked up in this box. And I can't do that if I start on the blue path because there's only one cell in that box. So blue is not right. Blue is not right. So maybe I'll try using blue for like possible divergences. And black is the I know that much is true. Um, okay. So that means this is the 8. I can't have 7, 9 next to each other in the path, so that's 9 and that's 7. That's pretty limited. That's 1, 2. Oh, they're both 1, 2, 3, or 4. This sees a 5. I mean, it could be 5 from the path, but it sees a 5. This is also 1, 2, 3, or 4. But I don't know which way the path goes. Um, and what I thought before about the 8 means there's definitely an 8 here. There's definitely a 9. So the row 9 friendly digit has to get picked up here. The 7 can't be here, but I already kind of have that, so I'm not going to mark it. 8, 9, 7. Where's the 6? I guess it could be anywhere here. I mean, it could be here. There's no reason. What about the 5? Can be anywhere. 4. Oh, I was going to say 3 had to be here, but that's not true. 3 could be here. 2's kind of limited. 2's kind of interesting. But I don't know how to use that yet. 1 is here. Let's do 1 could be anywhere. 2 anywhere. 3, 4. Oh, 4 is here. Because like these boxes are. Maybe I should do coloring for things. Oh, and I should finish this color for friendly digits. Um, I should do like an off path. That's just too confusing. Because the problem is like there are lots of places where path could be. Like here, there's definitely no path, and I kind of want to mark it because that would have made it easier to spot that this 4 had to go here. But I don't want to color the whole grid up. I think it's gonna be more confusing than helpful. But 5 is gonna go here. Well, there's a lot of friendly cells that have to get picked up in this box because this is kind of vacant. 4, 5, 6 has to be here. And I need a 2. So of the 6 path cells here, 4 of them are 2, 4, 5, 6. How does that work? 4 of these cells are 2, 4, 5, 6. So I guess we have I get 6. It's hard for me to do this in my head. I get 6 cells and I have 4 digits that are kind of close to each other. 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 cannot go next to each other, so they're equally spaced out. It's 6 or 5. I mean, hmm. Is there any way that 5 comes before the 6? Like, can I go here 5, boom, 6, boom, boom? No, that's too much. So I think one of these is 6. I don't think this can be 6 because I'd have to go all the way here without getting a 5. There'd be something else, then 5, then I have to go straight out to the 4. It doesn't work. So the 6 is one of these. The 5 is going to come 2 later, which could be here. I mean, could it be here? I don't think it can be here then. Oh, it could. It could be something 6, something 5, something 4. That does work. And I could go this way instead. So that 5 works, and that 5 works like this. I can't say anything with the 5s. And I don't think I can say anything with the 4s either. But I know that the path kind of goes from right to left, 6, 5, 4, with something in between. The 2 is in between and not next to the 4. So I think the 2 is limited to like these spots. It can't be here because it's in row 2. So I think 2 is like one of these, but how would this be 2? The line I have to touch is supposed to go like this, and that would be 4. It doesn't work. Yeah, so 2 is in one of those spots. I'm going to mark it just because it's friendly. Not for, because I'm not thinking about this from a Sudoku perspective. I'm thinking about this from a friendly digits, path has to touch it perspective. Um, yeah, from there. So then I guess, can 3 go on the path here? Because if 3 can't go on the path here, that does give me a 3 here and a 1 here, which would be a really neat turn. How would 3 go on the path? Because 3, I need a 3 on the row in a friendly 3 from the row, like a 3 that's friendly because it's in row 3. That's not in box 3. So it's one of these 5 spots. I don't know how it's going to be here. It certainly can't be here because that would be the 3-4 problem. So if it's up here, we get 2 is up here with 6. So it's either 6, 2, 5, then it can't be 3. Oh, 5 and 4 they don't have to be equal. It could be 6 blank blank 5 blank 4, which I didn't think about before. I don't think that affects any of the logic. I don't think that affects anything logic I talked about because the logic is on 4s and 6s, which are like 6 can't. The 4 has to be either the last or second to last. The 6 has to be the um, first or second. 5 could be second, third, or fourth. Not second, third, fourth, or oh no, third or fourth. That is right. But the gap between 5 and 4 could be like a 5 could be in the third slot, and the 4 could be in the sixth slot, and the 5 could be in the fourth slot, and the 6 could be in the first slot. Uh, but anyway, how am I going to get a 3 on the path? 6, 2, 5. I mean, it can't go next to the 5 or the 4. And it can't go next to the 2. Yeah, there's just no way that works. The 3 isn't here, and that's a 1. And now I need a friendly 1 on the row that could go anywhere in this spot. Can it go here? How would I do a friendly 1 in here? 4, 1, 4, 1, 5. Oh, that works fine. Because 1 doesn't. Problem with 3 is it bumps into 4 and 5. 1 actually doesn't bump into any of them. It only bumps into 2. So 4, 1, 5, 2 blanks, or 4, 1, 5 blank 6, 2 or something. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Never mind. 1 can go there. You're allowed 1. You're allowed in our party. Okay. Okay, so let's doing columns 4, 5, 6 is here. We said that 7. Ooh, 7 is here. 7 is here. 8 is anywhere. 9 is anywhere. Makes me think we're gonna go this way, but I mean that could just be a 7. If that's a 7, that's not a 6, so we have to go up here to get the 6. We have 7 something 6 something 5. So something 5. It would have to be 2. The 2 would have to be. I mean, the 2 could be here or here. Whoa. Not here, because one of these would be the 5. That's something 4. But that works. That's okay. Um, we do get a 6 here. The friendly 6 can't be in box 6, so it's got to be here. The 5, though, could be anywhere. Ooh, but the 4 is now here. That could be, because the 4 can't be in box 4. There's no path there. So I get a 4 here. Is that something? So that's not a 4. Which does mean wherever this goes, it goes to something fairly high. 5 plus. But I don't see how to use that. That's not 1. Could that be 2 still? I think it still could. This could be 2 and that could be 3. I think you could put a 4 here and make that work. Okay. If 2's not here, it's got to go here. which would be, oh, it'd be something. It'd be something. More than nothing. So what can't go here? Can't go 5. Can't go 6. Can't go 3. Can't go 2. Oh, but I need a friendly 6 somewhere. So there's a friendly 6 here, actually. I need the 6 from box 6. The friendly 6 from box 6 to be on this path. This one's here, so it's not here. It can't be next to a 4, so it's not there. So 6 is something like this. Does that mean 4 has to be here? I'm trying to think, what is the path and placement combination that could put a 4 here? Because if this is the 4, this can't be the next thing on the path. And if this is the 4, the path goes like this, which means that is a 6. That doesn't work. That's the 4. It doesn't mean the path goes this way. It means that's not the 4. This now can't be the 6, because if it is, I mean, the path has to go straight through. It can't bend around. So this can't be the 6. So I know where this goes, which means the blue path doesn't go there, which means I now have a for sure path like that. And that means whatever I'm missing here can't visit. I mean, I don't know which way the path goes. Whichever way it goes, it's 1 or 9. Wherever it is, it's 1 or 9. And this is 1, 8, or 9. It's not 7, because I need the friendly 7 on the path. And I need I'm gonna mark this whole thing up. I need a 3 on the path. I really want to say I need a 1 on the path, but I don't. I can have a 1 here. And that means I need an 8 on the path, because 8 can't go here on the path, because that would conflict with the 6. So that the column 8 friendly needs to be on the path. Which now disallows this way, because we would need 8, 7. So the path goes this way. I can't draw. The path goes like this. And that's the 8. Those are not on the path, so they can't be the friendly digits there. I get 7 and 3. That can be 7, so I get a 3, 7 pair, actually. What can this be? This cannot be 8. That's now a 1. Oh, I need a 9 here. That's a 9, because I need a friendly 9 from column 9 on the path. I've been not marking my friendly digits. And let's keep marking the path. These will both be friendly, whichever order they're in. What is this? It's 2 to 5, which means that's not 3. That's 7. I mean, that's just from the 8. Just think about the 8. It's between 2 and 5 in this one. So that can't be a 3. That's got to be 7. So that's not 2. This is now 2 to 4 without being 3. So I do need a 1. Holy cow, I need a 1 on this path. I need a 1 on this path. So now hold on. What digits do I need on the path? I need 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 all on this path somehow. How am I going to do that? How do I even break the puzzle? How do I get, well, that's not a 1. How do I get 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 all on the path? 1 and 2 have to be interspersed. I mean, 1 can go anywhere. 2 can't go next to 4. And then 1 play digit, potentially. Oh, that's now a 2. Because they need a friendly 2 in the row. That's not in box 2. So that's a 2, which means that's not 3. So that's 3. I get a 3 in here. Is there any way 3's on the path? Did we say 3 can't be on the path? How do I get 3 off this path? Put a 3 here and go on like this, but then I miss 1s. Does this have to be 3? Hold on. Can I put 3 in the path? I could do, well, this, I can't start with a 3, and I can't end with a 3. And I need 6, 5, and 4 interspersed, and 3 can't go in between anything. It can't start, it can't end, it can't go in between because it would touch 5 or 4. 3 is not on the path. 3 can't go, and 3 is in this row. 3 can't go here because that's on the path. If 3 is here, the path has to go like this. That's the only way to go from here to here in 6 cells without touching this. But if I do that, I miss the 1. So 3 is here, which means 6 is here, and the path goes to the left. And now the only way to get here is like this, in 6 cells. I could go here in 4 cells, but that's not what I want. So the 1 goes here, the 2 goes here, 5 goes here, the 4 can't go next to the 2, so that's the 4, and my play digit is here. That's really nice. 8 by Sudoku is here. This is a 7-9 pair. 2 sees this as a 4. So I know what these digits are, I guess, of 5 and 6. That can't be 5. It's next to a 3. 8 has to go here. These are now then 4, 7, and 9. The 4's got to go in the middle because 7 and 9 can't touch each other on the 3-digit line. That has to be 2 and 3. No, not 3. I have a 3 already. 2 and what can I see this? 2 and 5. And that makes these 6 and 9. But I know which way the 6, 9 goes. Yeah, this is beautiful. I really like this. I honest to goodness did not think I'd be able to do this. And I still might not. I mean, I'm kind of my chickens a little before they hatch, but that opening is quite brutal. I'm not surprised that so few people have solved this. What's this? It's at least 6 and not 8. 5 has to go, the friendly 5 has to go here. Well, let's go back to the rows. I got a friendly 1. All of these are friendly on the path except for this digit. Got a 1, a 2, and the 1 is friendly. Okay, I got my, in rows. 1 is done, 2 is done, 3 is done, 4 is done, 5 is marked, 6 is marked, 7, 8 is marked, 9 is marked. And 1's not marked, but everything here except for this cell is path. So 1 is basically done, 2 is basically done. 3 is not here. That's the only restriction on 3. And I don't know how to mark that. I wish there were a good way I could mark not 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in boxes, I better have. I mean, 4 can't go here, but I know that from this. 5, 6, 7 will go here. 8, 9. Yeah, so we're basically done with having to think about friendly digits on paths, except for what's marked. Which means it's all line Sudoku. Can I finish? I don't know where to go next. I tried to stall by counting, but it's hard to think about other things while counting. That's not a 6, I guess. That's not a 5. 4 goes here. Which I only put in because it's so close to 5 and 6. That's not 6, I guess. Because 6 has to go down here to be friendly. Like, how do I put 4 in all these spots? Like, how is this a 4? If this is a 4, that's a 6, which means the path doesn't go this way. The path has to go around. So if that's 4, that's 6, and the path goes this way, so this can't be 5. So we have 4, 6, 5. This now has to be 1, I think. What can this be generally? This has to be 6 or less, but it can't be 6, 4, 2. It's 1, 3, or 5. But it's not 5 because the friendly 5 has to be here. So if this is 4, we get 4, 6, 5. That can't be 3 anymore. 4, 6, 5, 1. This can't be 3 because it'd be next to a 5 on the path. This can't be 3 because it'd be next to a 4 on the path, which means 3 would have to go in the box, which we just said it can't do. So that's not a 4. And if this is 4, we get rid of 5 and 6 in those spots. So if that's 4, we get 4, 6, 5. I don't think we know which way the path goes now. We get 4, 6, 5, 1 still. That can't be 3. So this has to be 3, which means now we do know the path goes this way. It'd be 4, 6, 5, 3, 1. 2 would have to go in the box. Um, 9, 6 would have to go next to 9. So that would be 9, 7, 8 would go next to 8. Not too much look ahead. I'm trying. I'm so far, and I'm almost an hour into this puzzle, so I think I'm going to take it. It's kind of far, but I'm going to use that. So just to repeat it, if this is a 4, where does 8 go here? I mean, you kind of have to do 4, 6, 5, 1. 3 can't go next to 4, it can't go in the box, so it's got to go here. The path, because of this 3 and this 5, means the path goes this way, so you get 4, 6, 5, 3, 1. The path goes this way. 6 can't be next to 7 or 8, so it's going to be 9, 7, and then this 2 has to go here, so 8. I mean, 2, nothing can go here. There's nothing left to go in this box. Well, that's not 4. Maybe just think about, what goes into this box? Whether it's 5 or this is 5. I don't know. If this is 5, I don't know where the path goes. Oh, but that means this can't be 1. I was thinking this could be 1, but 1, 5 breaks this. So this is either 2, 5, or 7. There's actually not that many choices. And now I think about this 4, I think it's a lot easier, right? Because I got 4, 6, 5, 7, 9 immediately. And then the 6 is going to break because I can't put anything next to it. All right, 4, 6, 5, 7, 1, 9, 3. Yeah, 8's got to go somewhere. And 2's got to go somewhere. But yeah, it breaks. Okay, so 4 is down here. 4 is here. 4 is here. Do I dare mark that? I'm not going to mark that. That's just Sudoku. 2, 5, or 7. Let's think about, can I get rid of 4 from one of these spots? If that's 4, that's 6. It just seems to do like nothing. If that's 4, that's 6. I just don't know which way the path goes. What does this become if that's 6? If this is 6, this becomes 2, 3, or 9. Let's try this one. If that's 4, we get 1. That's 5, and 4 can't be next to it. So the path, if that's 4, we get the path. 4, 1, 5, and the path. 4, 1, 5. What is this? 7, 8, 9. And the path means that's 6. 4, 1, 5, 6. 3 has to be on the path, and 3 can't go on the path. I mean, it has to go on the path because it can't be here. And everything else on the path. So we get 4, 1, 6, 5. Where does 3 go on the path? Nowhere. So that doesn't work. That's 4. That's not 6. That's 6. Which of these is less likely to be 5? I don't know. Can this be 7? If that's, or can this be 2? What happens if that's 2? What goes here? Only 7 or 8. If that's 2, that's Oh no, hold on. No, that breaks if this is 2. If this is 2, what goes here? We lose 2 to we lose 1 to 4 from this. We lose 5 to 8 from this, and 9 is taken. So that's not 2. So this is 5 or 7. Can this be 7? 7, 9, 5, 1. That 5 dictates the path. Yeah, no, that doesn't work because if this is 5, the path has to go this way into a 7. It doesn't work. So, oh, I almost said that was the path, but I just know that that's 5. That doesn't tell me the direction of the path, unfortunately. So this is 2 or 3. Gotta remember this can't be a 3. 4 is in here. Those aren't 5. I have a 5 there already. 5 is in here. Can I just do some Sudoku? 1, 7's here. I can do some Sudoku. 7. I might have made this a bit easier. Sorry. Probably should have done this first. 1, 2. That's not 3 or 4. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8. Well, 6 is in here. So 6 is here. 6 is here. 6 is here. 1, 2. Oh, 5. Where's 5 in this column? It's got to be here. So these are from 1, 2, and 8. These are from 1, 2, and 3. Can I get a 1, 2, 3 triple somehow? I don't see where. What is this? Could this be a 1? I think it still could. Maybe a 1, 3. Oh, that's a 2 for sure, because 3 can't go next to 5. That's not a 2. 6, 2, 4, 5, 6. We need 3, 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. 3 can't go in the box, so 3 is one of those. 3 is over here. I'm not gonna mark that. 3 is one of these, which means 1 is not one of these. So that's not a 1. That's a 3. Across from 3 has to go 6 plus. 6 is gone. 9 is gone. Yeah, I can tell if I could say that's a 7, that would tell me the path. I don't know that that's 7. I don't know what that is. What is this now? This is 1 or 9 only. And this is 79. So this is 1. 79 triple. Still doesn't tell me the path. Okay. What do I do next? Let's see. These aren't 1 now. So what has to go here is 9. It's 2, 3, or 8. Should be another digit I know is in here. That should be a 3 in here. And I don't know anything more about this, I don't think. There's got to be a 4 here. What has to be here? I need a 3 and an 8 in here somewhere. 8's not in the middle. I don't know. I know that the path ends here, which means I know the path goes like this, because it has to go in and out of this corner. It ends here because it has to end and start in the same relative box position. Can I do that? Does this work? How does that work? These are 2 ways that works. And this becomes this becomes a 1. If the path goes down from the 4, that's a 1. But there's definitely a 1 here anyway, so you see the path is right. 1 is here, 5 is here. Do I just mark it. Do I mark every? I mean, there's so much marking in this corner. It's very confusing to look at. This needs two ways out. What are these digits? I need a 2 here and a 4 here. These are, hold on. No, not a 4. I need a 2 and a 6. Sorry. I need a 2 here and a 6 here with 7 or 9. If it's not, if this is 7, 9, this becomes 2, 6. And then what? And then what do I do? I don't know. I'm thinking, like, there's so many high digits marked in here. They can't all be next to each other, but this could be 6, 9. I mean, 9, 6, 2 is perfect, actually. What if a 7 goes in here? Could have 6, 2, 7. I mean, it doesn't even have to go this way. It could go like this. Like I could go out like this. So that's not an 8. 6 and 2 are definitely here with 7 or 9. But I don't know how the path goes. How do I figure out how the path goes? I don't know how to figure out how the path goes. If the path goes, I don't know. If this is the path, I think that's more constricted. But I mean, that could just mean that's right, and that's how I'm going to complete the puzzle. But this seems very, if the path goes down like this, first of all, this goes over, so that's an 8, which puts an 8 here. Second of all, that becomes a 1, because the only thing that can go next to a 4 that isn't taken between 7, 8, and 9 is down here. So if this goes down, we get 1, 8. This becomes 5 with something on the path, so it can't be 7. So if it's 4, 1, we get 5, 9 here, and in the order 1, 5, 9. And then this has to go down to 2 or 6, but not 6 because of this. So this becomes 1, 5, 9, 2. And we'd have to go, and then the path would have to be like this. That's an 8. 1, 5, 9, 2, 8. What's this? 8, 7, 9, 7, 9. So this becomes 6, 7 on the path. Do I dare use that? Let me just look. Let me look for a little bit for a better way. And we're approaching an hour, so I might use that. But let me see if I can find a better way. Now at least I know which way it is, and so I can maybe try to find something better. Is there just a reason this path can't go straight up? Maybe I just think about it like that. I would need. I was gonna say I need 2 in the middle, but that's not true because I could have 9, 6, 2. Nine, 6, 2 puts 9, 6 in here. Which is okay. 9, 6, 2, 1 puts 1 in here. I don't. I think I'm going to use this. I don't know what else to do. So just to repeat it and make sure I'm correct, what happens if this path goes down? If this path goes down. Oh, hold on. I might have made a mistake because I don't even know which way. I think I assume the path goes like this, but I don't know that that's true. If this goes down, that's a 1. I don't know where the path goes, but I know that 5 has to be here on a path. And if the path goes down, that's a 1. The path goes like this, so that can't be 7. So we get 1, 8. This is path 5 with something else, not 7. Because 5 and 7 can't go next to each other. So we end up with 1, 8, 7, 9, 7, 9. And this becomes 5, 9. This becomes a 2, 6, 7 triple. But the path could go like this, right? That becomes 8. We get 1, 5, 9, 8. This becomes 2 because of the 6. 1, 5, 9, 2, 8. This becomes 1, 7, 9, 7, 9. This becomes 6, 7. So the path doesn't go this way. So it would have to be this way. This becomes 7, 8, 9. These become what? 3 and 4. That's 2. So that breaks. It still doesn't work. I was wrong, but it still doesn't work. Wow, it seems like such a stretch. Maybe I can just say this can't be 8. What happens if this is 8? We get a 7, 9 pair here. And then therefore these become a 3, 4. This becomes a 3, 4 pair. Does that do anything? I don't know. I mean, that seems very likely then. Um, Let me try one more time to find something cleaner. I feel a little bad for Nurator if there's a better way. I just am not seeing it. Um, I'm just looking for some Sudoku that I missed. This is 239. This is 389. Oh, well, I get that at least. That's not going to help me in this box, but there are some things left on the table. Um, 2, 2. 2 in a corner. I don't know. I just don't know. I think I'm going to use. Is there any way? No, this is a loaded. This is 3 or 4. I know that because it can't be 8 or it can't be 7, 8, or 9, and it can't be 1, 2, 5, 6. So this is low digit. Maybe I should think about that. Is there any way that's 4? That could be pretty big if I could show that's not 4. If it's 4, I know I'm on this path. And this goes down, and that's 1. So if this is 4, this is 1. And we need a corner like this. So that's not 6. So 4, 1, 6. That can't be 2. Oh, it could be 2 because the path could go like this. 4, 1, 6. We still get 4, 1, 6, 5, 9. 8. 3, 2, 7. Is there any path that makes that work? So if this is 4, that determines the box. It becomes 4. That was a 2. So it becomes 4, 8, 6, which breaks. Or 4, 2, which breaks. Is there a simpler way to see that? If that's 4, we get the path has to go this way. So we get the 1, 5, 9. 1, 5, 9, 8. 1, 5, 9, 8, 2. And then either How do we do this? 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 8, 3, 6, 7. Yeah, it's just not going to work. Because I get a 6, 7 here. The path has to go like this, but then we get 4, 8, 7. Okay. I feel a little better about that. I don't feel great about that, but I feel a little better about that. So that's a 3. So that's a 3. Now 2, 5. I still don't know if that's the path, though. I mean, I do, but I don't know how to show it. How do now that I have this 3 here, does that help? I need a 4 here somewhere. I'm going to mark that. And 3, 8, 4 seems fine. 4 now becomes here by Sudoku. I get an X-wing on 4, so that's not a 4. 4 goes there. This is 3, 7, or 8. This is 1, 3, or 7. I'm gonna have marking every single cell, aren't I? 7, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, 9. 1, 5, 2, 6, 9. 1, 5, 9. Oh, but not 9. That is just 1 or 5. Ooh, I get a 1, 2, 5 triple. This is now 6 or 9. Is there a reason this can't be either of those? Oh, this can't be 9 because 9's gotta be down here. That's 6. That's 9. Man, how do I finish this in a nice way? 2's got to be here, so 2 can't go here. This is now 4 with 1 or 5. I guess I kind of knew that already. Not quite. And whatever 1 or 5 it is this cell. Okay, how is this the path? 1, 5, 9. 1, 6, 3 also would work. Until I get all the way to the end. Well, there's a 2 in here. That's not a 6. There's a 2 in here with 7 or 9. Is there any way this is 2? Actually, is there any way it's not 2? Maybe that's a better question. Because this is 2, 7, or 9. And if it's high, I cut this off. So this either would have to go around like this, or we would need to be like this on pathing. This could be 2. This could be 2. What's wrong with 1? 3, 8, 4 might become a problem with this 9. Like if the path goes like this, if the path goes up twice, then we're in a situation where the path goes like this. Which means this can't be 3, 4. So it's 3, 4, something pretty big. Is 7 gone? This could be 7, I guess. Still. That could still be 7. Okay, this is 1, 4, 5. That's not gonna. What am I doing? I'm just stuck here. There's probably some very obvious Sudoku that I just don't see. And everyone's mad at me. I can't tell whether I've gotten more comments about having pencil markings that no one likes or not being able to do Sudoku. Those are the two big ones. There's definitely a 2 here. I don't know where it is. That seems like it could be a 9. I mean, if it's this way. Oh, well, if it's this way, that seems right. How is this a 9? If we get 9, we get a 2 here. 7, 8, 8. 9, 2, 8, 4. Actually, that's looking pretty good. 9, 2, 8, 4. This becomes. Well, this becomes 1, 5, 7. So it becomes 5, 1, 7. The path can go like this. So I would have to do this, which means this. That no, that doesn't work. Is that too much? I feel like it's so much. There must be. I mean, there might not be. I don't know. I don't see the way to do it without kind of chaining these together. 9, 2, 7, 8, 8. 9, 2, 8, 4. These become 1, 5, 7. 5 and 7 can't go next to each other. 7 is definitely on here. So 5 is up here. 5 is up here, which means what can 5 join with? It can't join with the 4. It can't join with the 6. It's got to join with one of them. Oh, let's start there. Oh my goodness, that is it. How is this 5? It can't be 5 because either this path comes down here, in which case it's 1, or it doesn't, in which case the path has to go through like this and it's next to the 6. So that's just a 1. Let's start there. That seems much more pleasant. This becomes now 1, 4. There's a 2, 3. There's a 2 or a 3 in here, and a 7, 8, or 9 in here. There's a 2 or 3 in here. Uh-oh. Hold on. Why is this 3 here? Why did I mark a 3 there? Is that an errant 3? No, there has to be 3 there in the row. So there's no 3 here. So that's 3. I mean, 3, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, so look at I think the lines make it harder for me to see the digits. That's what I tell myself to not feel so bad. Okay, 3. I need a 1 in here. It could be either of those places. So 6, 1, and 7, 8, or 9. This is 2, 9. I know which way it goes. 9, 7, 9. That's now a 3. I should know these digits. No, I don't know these digits. 1, 6, and either 7 or 8. That's not 7 or 8. So that's one of them. It's either 6, 7, or 1 either. Get an 8 here either way, which is fairly obvious, I think. Yeah, see, the path goes both ways. It's so. How does this work? 7, 8, 9. 5 is here, not with 7. One of these is definitely 7. So 5 is here with 8 or 9. Which order? I don't know. But I kind of know from the markings. It's either 8, 5 or 5, 9. Which way is more likely? It's 5, 9. That gets rid of 2 9s here. 5, 9. What would this be? It would have to be 2. 5, 9, 2, 7, 8, 4. The 7 can't go next to 8 and 6 because that would make the path like this. That doesn't work. 5, 9, 2, 7, 8 immediately breaks. Because the 7 can't path. I mean, yeah, there's just nowhere for the 7 to path to. It needs to path to this middle, cell needs to path two different places. So it's not 5, 9, it's 8, 5. Which makes this 7, 9, 8, 9, 7. 8 anymore. Is this just a 2, 7 pair and 7 can't go on the line? Yeah, I think so. This becomes 4, 9. And now before I do the rest of the digits, let's figure out the path. What's wrong with the path? This can't go right, so it has to go up. This doesn't go this way. So this has to come in like that. Oh, and the 7 now has to go down. Yeah. And so we get this. That's the path. Oops. That's the path. We have the path. Now we just fill the digits. 4, 1, 4, 2. These should be from 5 and 6. These should be from 1, 3, 7. 3. This is now, is that a 1? Yep. This is a 6. This is 7, 8. Holy cow. What a monster puzzle. I apologize. I mean, this whole thing in the bottom left just totally stumped me. Um, yeah. I don't know if there's an easier way. I couldn't do it. But we got there in the end. Thanks, Nurator, for the great puzzle. Thank you if you've somehow managed to make it this far into the solve. But I had a fun time. I hope you did too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.